So what I have here is a linear equation where I've got fractions. So I've got 2x take away 3 over 3, and this is equal to x plus 4 over 5. Okay, now the first thing to say is that if I was to have more than one fraction here, I would make them into one fraction and then make it look like this, and then work from here. Okay. The other thing is, like I said in my last video, what you can do is you can do these questions in many different ways. Okay, so many different ways, and I'm just going to show you one way for this one. Okay, so here, what I want to do is I want to lose the denominators here, so the denominator there and the denominator there. And the way I'm going to do that, because this is 2x take away 3, if I multiply the entire fraction by 3, so if I multiply this side of the equation by 3, so what would that look like? Let's see. So we've got 2x take away 3 over 3 equals x plus 4 over 5. Again, I'm going to use the balancing method, but I'm going to multiply the entire side by 3. Okay? Or I can say 3 over 1. Okay? So this is what I'm multiplying this by. And again, I have to do the same here as well. I have to multiply by 3 over 1. So when I have two fractions multiplying together, I multiply the top and I multiply the bottom. So here I'm going to have 3 times all of this. So that will be 3 bracket 2x take away 3, and then over 3, because 1 times 3 is 3. And this is equal to 3 bracket x plus 4 over 5. Now, because this is a multiplication, so 3 times something, that's why I can cancel this 3 with this 3. So what I'm actually doing is I'm dividing the top by 3, and that will get rid of this. And if I divide the bottom by 3, I'm going to be left with 1, and I don't need to write that 1. So here, divide by 3 at the top, divide by 3 at the bottom, I'm going to be left with 1 here. And on this side, I've just got this, okay, so I'm going to multiply that out. And on this side, I'm going to be left with 2x take away 3. Notice that here, I'm just simplifying my fraction. I'm not doing something to this side and something to this side. I'm only just simplifying this fraction here. So what I have on the left side is now 2x take away 3. This is equal to, on the right side, I will have 3x plus 12 over 5, because I've multiplied out this bracket. So this time, I've got the 5 here, so I want to cancel this divide by 5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to times by 5. So if I put brackets here and times by 5 over 1, I can say. And then here as well, timesing by 5 over 1 is really the same as timesing by 5. So I'm going to say times by 5 here. And then I work out what that is. So on the left side, I'll get 5 times 2x is 10x. 5 times negative 3 is take away 15. This is equal to, so on this side, bottom will be 5, and the top will have a 5 times, so 5 times 3x plus 12, and at the bottom I will have a 5. And again, I'm going to simplify my fraction. Okay, so simplify this fraction. So the 5 cancels with the 5, and I'm going to write this again now. So this is going to be 10x take away 15. That's equal to 3x add 12. Okay. Now, some of you might look at this and say, okay, actually, this looks really long. What I could have done is multiply 5 at the top here and multiply 3 at the top here, and I would get the same result. That is true, okay? But here, what I've shown you is the reason why it works. So when I'm multiplying by 3 here, what I'm actually doing is I'm multiplying both sides by 3. This 3 cancels, and the 3 at the top remains, okay? And then we have it like this. And when I multiply it by 5 here, I'm actually multiplying this side by 5 as well, and the 5s cancel like this, okay? And in the end, I have 5 times 2x take away 3, which is 10x take away 15. Now I can solve by rearranging, okay? So I can say I'm going to take away 3x on both sides. Leaves me with 7x, take away 15 here, equals 12. Then I add 15 to both sides. That gives me 7x equals 27. And in the end, I divide by 7. And then I have x equals 27 over 7. And this is my answer. Okay, so this time, again, I have another linear equation. But this time, I've got two fractions here. And we have different denominators as well. This one, although it's not a fraction here, what I can do is I can say this is over 1, okay, and then work like that later if I want to. Okay, so I can make this into a fraction if I want to, but I may not want to do that. So let's start here. What I said with the last one as well was if there was 2 fractions, we're going to put them together first before we carry on. So here we want a common denominator. 5 and 2 both go into 10, so I want to make my denominator 10. Okay, so I'm going to write a new fraction here. So new fraction over 10, take away a new fraction over 10. Now, to make this fraction over 10, I need to multiply the top and the bottom by 2. So times 2 to top and bottom, and I will get 2x over 10. And to make the other one over 10, I would have to times by 5 here and times by 5. Okay, and that would look like 5 bracket 2x add 3 like that. Now, what I'm going to do next is because I've got over 10 here, I can subtract the numerators. Okay, so I'm going to write that before I expand. Okay, so I'm going to write that before I expand, and there's a reason why I'm going to do that. It's because I want to avoid making a mistake by not subtracting all of that. Okay, so there is a mistake that many students make. They end up not subtracting all of that. Instead, they subtract the first term that comes out of the expansion of this. So let's write the right-hand side first. So 3x add 5. So now I'm going to say 2x take away 5 times 2x add 3 over 10. And that's equal to 3x add 5. Okay? Now I'm going to expand. Okay, so now when I expand, you will notice that I'm doing negative 5 times 2x and negative 5 times 3. If I had done it here, I would have done 5 times 2x and 5 times 3. And then when I put it together, I would actually have to take away both of those. Okay, so that's why it would have been different, and maybe I would have fallen into a mistake. So here I would get now 2x take away 10x. Okay, take away 10x because negative 5 times 2x is negative 10x. Negative 5 times positive 3 is take away 15. And this is going to be over 10. This is equal to 3x add 5. Now if I simplify, so 2x and the take away 10x, they go together. We will get negative 8x take away 15 over 10. And that's equal to 3x add 5. At this stage, I've got actually lots of different options, okay? But the one I'm going to choose is I'm going to multiply this side by 10. That would mean the denominator will be cancelled out. And I'm going to have to multiply this side by 10 as well to keep it balanced. So notice that I'm not writing an equivalent fraction where I'm timesing by 10 here and timesing by 10. I'm timesing the entire side by 10 over 1, which cancels out the 10 at the bottom here. So the way I'm going to write it this time is times 10 on this side and times 10 on this side. So that's what I want to do. On the left side, what happens is I'm left with negative 8x take away 15. And on this side, I will have 10 times 3x add 5. Now I can expand the right-hand side. So this is going to be 30x add 50. And on the left side, I'll have negative 8x take away 15. Now if I add 8x to both sides, so add 8x and add 8x, I have negative 15 equals 38x add 50. Now if I take away 50 from both sides, I will have negative 65 equals 38x. And finally, if I divide both sides by 38, so divide by 38 and divide this side by 38, I have x is equal to negative 65 over 38. Now this is one way you can write it, but you can also write the negative outside here. So you can also write the negative on this side here. So you can write x equals negative 65 over 38. Okay? And this is the answer for this question. Now here are some for you to try. Remember with this one, the best way, or the way I would suggest you do it, is you use a common denominator, make this into one fraction, and then work from there.